It's about 1 in the morning right now, Sunday the 25th. 25th? Yeah. Downloaded the INE videos off the internet last night. Watched Total Recall. Pretty good movie. I downloaded this cheap app on my phone, this phone right here. Supposed to be much more informative than it actually was. I mean, $3, no big deal. But basically what it was supposed to do was give me access to a bunch of videos that it didn't actually give me access to. So we have INE's got a bunch of series out there about, Cisco networking and stuff like that, and they're supposed to be like the best in the business, which, they have a pretty big following. I think they have like 3,000 or 4,000 CCIEs that they've helped get certified, and one of them actually met a couple of them. Dan Sandy, he's a CCIE. He comes to our district, works on our network. But the interview that I had, the guy told me that I needed to bone up on MPLS. So I took him at his absolute word. I started studying MPLS. And as I was going through, I learned what a VRF is and how they are, and see how service providers do layer 3 VPNs and stuff like that. So it was actually really cool. I wanted to really understand how this stuff worked. As I was going through them, I got into multi-protocol BGP, and I was like, what is this? I don't get it. And I was like, I'm going to struggle through this section. And it didn't hit me until I was like 4 or 5 pages in, listening to the VRFs, or reading the VRF stuff, because I stopped doing the videos, because the guy that was talking was annoying. I don't know, like, he sounds real nasally like this, and he wants to, it's like, in our next section, we're going to talk about this, and I was like, oh, God, I can't listen to that, it's going to bug me. So I, instead of, struggling through it, I was like, I'm just going to read the book, because it's written by Wendell Odom and Denise Donahue and Rick Healy, 3 really good CCIEs. They've been doing it for, Wendell Odom's got like one of the earliest CCIE numbers. I think it's like 1640 or something like that. It's ridiculous. The guy's been doing it for like 20 years. I think he's been networking for, Christ, 30. And Denise and Rick, they've got 10, 15 years easy. So they know what they're talking about, and they started talking about MPBGP and multi-protocol border gateway protocol. So I'm like, what is this MPBGP stuff all about? And I flipped, because it's a PDF document, you can flip back and forth. I flipped back over to the beginning of it, and it's like, well, I already know the basics to BGP. I know there's 2 forms of it, and stuff like that. And then there's routing policies with BGP. It gets into like, what's one of them? It's synchronization, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with like route reflectors or confederations or anything like that, but I know it brought up if you were, I lost my train of thought. I'm not even sure exactly how it's worded, but it's getting late, and I've been up for a while. It's actually really cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to getting it and, understanding it, because the stuff's really cool. But the advanced stuff, it covers more in depth, and so I'm going to probably spend I've actually got to get some classwork done at school, so it's I'm probably going to take tomorrow. I have church in the morning, so I'll do that. But I'll do church, come home, and then I'll be pretty much I'm going to say probably 3 hours worth of reading. I don't want to spend that much time reading, but it's one thing to have to read because it's an assignment and you have to get it done to get your grade. It's a whole other thing when you want to get familiar with something. And this company that I'm looking at getting hired onto, they talk about BGP a lot. They talk about MPLS a lot. So I know that those are two things I'm going to want to be up to speed on. I'm not sure that's exactly what I want to do. But at the same point in time, it's like, you're dumb if you don't get at least a little more familiar with it. Because when I first got into it, I was like, BGP, I know it's out there, I know it's used, but who really needs to know all that much about BGP? Sorry about that. Don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden so much. I didn't yawn at all reading. But, I'm like, this is actually something I want to know how to do and, go from there. But, you get MP, BGP, and I'm like, it's actually cool stuff. And I really don't even know what it does yet, but I know it goes back to MP, MP, BGP. And as soon as I get an idea as to how it works and what to do with it and make it work, right now I haven't configured a router or a switch in probably a week. It's been since I've been on the command line. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. I've been doing a lot of conceptual stuff, learning more. Not too upset about the config, because usually the config is pretty simple. Usually. Might take me a few times going through it, but what I'm banking on is it's after Thanksgiving now. Christmas is coming up. I do not expect anything training-wise. What I am expecting is I'll take from now through Christmas and the beginning of the new year. Yeah, you figure it'll be the end of January before I see the taxes come in, and I get my taxes done. So I'm figuring middle of February. So I've got December, January, 2.5, maybe 3 months. In the next 60 to 90 days, I'll be able to buy the INE program, and that'll, the workbook. I really want the workbook. The workbook's got like 200 labs, and the reason I want the labs is so that I can get in GNS3 and start getting it, because by that time I want to read the book cover to cover and have at least gone through the majority of the videos. That'll set me up so that come Easter, Memorial Day, I'll be able to take the written exam. That's what I'm hoping for, because I actually want to see things go wrong. I want to get in there on the network and get the configuration done and do that type of stuff. And the nice thing about next semester with school is 3 out of my 4 classes are internet based, so I'll be able to do them when I want. I will be able to come home. It'll only be Thursday night, so then I'll roll into Friday. I'll be good to go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll probably use the weekend to catch up on homework. I'll do, to be honest with you, I'd like to take summer and fall off and just bang out the CCIE. I really would, but I want to finish up my degree. I don't want to put my degree on hold. And that's double majoring can kind of suck, but I've got a lot of goals in the next. I was asked, what's my 5-year plan? I'm 30 now. I would like, by the time I'm pushing 31, to at least have my CCIE written exam under my belt. That's my goal right now. I'm thinking after come tax time, I'll take the CCNA again. I really have no idea how else I'm gonna take the IPv6 stuff. I'm gonna do some go through tunneling because I have my paperwork around here somewhere. When I failed, and study that again, go past the CCNA, and go from there. But you know, it's like no, just hit me. When you're going through CCIE version 4, the book, even if you know, this is what just hit me, even if you know MPLS, even if you know BGP, even if you know multicast, go through it in order, chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter. It's 1,000 pages, thereabout. Probably about 900 of it is actual reading material to where you actually would gain knowledge from it. You know, because you got 3 different people putting their 2 cents in there. I think there's 3 or 4 technical editors. So go through it, read the book. You know, it's not gonna hurt. You know, it's the thing. I got it for free. You know, so I really can't complain. So read the book. Gain as much knowledge as you can. I have a PDF of it, so I'm constantly highlighting things. This, and this. You know, and it benefits me to do that because then I can go back through and be like, oh yeah, that's right, this, and this, and this. You know, and you will find that the more you get it, the easier it'll be. You know, that's just my my take on it. You know, because I jumped around a little bit. You know, you get bored with this, you get bored with that. You want to jump around, but your best bet, ultimately, your best bet is focus on what you don't know, because that's what certification is designed to do, is to fill the gaps. I mean, you might be good with switching, you might be good with IP routing, you might even be strong with IPv6. You might have a basic idea of multicast, you know, and other things. But if you focus on one specific thing, and you read it, you understand it, and Anthony Square, awesome trainer. I watched a Cisco Live 365 webinar with him, where he did a session at Cisco Live, and what he said was monumental. You know, there's a go through everything that you're wanting to learn about a particular subject. So CCIE RNS. You want to know about the spanning tree? Write a list. 1, don't know what the hell it even is. 2, you may have heard about it. 3, you read about it. 4, you can tell somebody something about it. And 5, you can configure it. I think 3, 4, and 5 are like, if you can go from 3 to 5 in one night, you've got it. That's my opinion. But who's to say you can't, right? You know, it is what it is. But one, you've never even heard of it. So like CBWFQ, context-based weighted fair queue, guessing on the name. But if you take what you've if you don't know what it is, and then you have an idea. So you don't know what it is. You read about it, or you watch a video, whichever caveat is yours. You read about it, watch a video about it, and then somebody says, hey, do you know what spanning tree is? Well, yes, I do. And then you could 3 is tell somebody something about it. 4 is you're able to configure it. I should change this up. 4, you can configure it. 5, you can troubleshoot it. If you can do those, you know, in whichever amount of time it takes you to do it, you know, so be it. But if you can do, those 5 things, if you can not know anything, if you can do not know anything about it, learn about something, 3, explain it to somebody, 4, configure it, and 5, troubleshoot it, you've got it. You've got it. You know, and that's just my opinion. I have label, you know, and do that so that's it's stepping stones. So or do 10 step, you know, come up with a couple in between. You can configure it, you've ran into a couple things on it, you've ran some debugs, you've seen it work, and then you're not exactly sure where to go from there. But you know, Cisco's website is awesome for documentation. Use it, like, all the time. You know, don't Google it. Go to Cisco's website, type it, like, spanning tree, da-da-da-da. You know, and go from there. So, it's probably after 1 now. So, I'm going to cut you guys loose. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter so that I'm not talking for like an hour. But, I hope this has been informative I can't talk. I hope this has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing.